What's up, folks? Today I'm going to show you some Mandelbulb 3D. I'm going to show you how to get started. Let's go on by downloading this one right here. This is the one I'm using. I'll maybe make a tutorial about this later, but go ahead and download this one. You can go ahead and pop it open. Right now that this is open, scale up the version here. You don't have to completely make it 1920 by 1080, but it's available. Right. We'll probably keep it a little lower so we can see. Okay, we're first going to start off by going into Iris Steers. It's a directory of like where your parameters are. So basically we want to make sure this file is hooked up to where it's supposed to be. I just double filed mine. It should be Mandelbulb params. That will allow you to go in here and find the things we're looking for. Okay. Once we're there, the order of these does matter. How you set this up does matter. So what I want to teach people is the amazing ifs stuff, because it's very like cloner like and pretty easy to use. So alright, so we're gonna go in here, pick the amazing ifs. We're gonna zero it out because that is a good thing to do. Then we're gonna go in here and pick the helix, and let's say like 0.5 height, because most of these come like very large. Alright, so then we're going to jump in the navigator, bring that in. Nice. Kinda cool. Alright, we're gonna go down one and start trying to affect it. Probably with the fold. Not the right fold. That looks pretty cool. Jump back in your color palette. And you can kind of mess with the glow. To give you the right effect. Sometimes you have to like overdo it one way just to get it right. enter the colors. Brighten those up a little. Touch the lights there. And honestly, just play these little ones. And I love the fog here. And I love light as well. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. You can set the params, bring that in, and set that quality there. Keep messing with it. And yeah, use really cool, some really cool, wonderful stuff, you know. Kind of like this one. This one's really pretty. So I will set these under the video, the tutorial, and you guys can plug these in and mess with these from them already set up. So you'll, a little bit like a save file. I'll show you guys how to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this out. Too funny. Alright. So, this brick will, you know, very nice. Pretty trippy. Convey the colors here. Very nice. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. really cool too. So that's a great example of how to add something and use it as like a mirror. Boom, and you can look at that as the transform to ifs right there. It is so pretty. Okay, and I'm sure there's like way more stuff, you know, and now that you have that in there, you can kind of like have more control of the structure, you know. Maybe that went a little too far. I don't know, we'll just have to check it out. No, it's fine. It's fine, it just depends on how comfortable you are with this stuff. Right there. So we'll bring it in and try to clean that up. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. And like, who's really gonna notice that, you know? And yeah, dude, these are a lot of like what you can do. And let's say we go in here and do Y. Looks like that's controlling a bigger block. Yeah, there it is. There's your insane fractal. Alright, I will save this out as well. To Esquire. I mean, you could go crazy vibes with this, you know. This is very Kingsley, but the vibes could go crazy on this. On some, look at that. Look at that. That's like some Cybertooth Tiger vibe. Oops. Okay, I got my Cybertooth Tiger vibes. we're gonna push Z. Yeah. Going into that Elven world. And yeah, you can go in here into the Helix. And you might have to go to find. Look at that. Alright, what do we got here? We don't want us to look too close, because it looks a little too heavy, I think. Okay. Why can't I see it? Let me look at it. Let me look at it. Ugh. That's wild. That's wild. Let's go. Alright. So let's say we add the Y. This is nicely moving across. So really good for animation purposes at this point. Nice. That looks really cool. plus one here. I will push walk. Shall rename it later. Alright. Yeah, I mean that's about it. And you guys can mess around and add different things in the front here. That'll change the pattern. Yeah. Cool. Alright, I'm going to do a quick breakdown of the buttons and what they do. This is a scale. It allows you to change the image size. This is the render button. You get a render here. This is the amazing IFS, and how these are structured matters. This will be your first, second, and like so on. So those are your layers. Let's say you just pick like something to affect it. This is how your things render. This affects this. Your rotation is here. Your position is here. You can reset, apply, and re-render. But it's already at 0, so it doesn't really matter too much. Navigation's gonna be here. You're gonna use these to navigate, these to look to the side and up and down, this to rotate the screen. This is a whole different tutorial. These are how things get affected. So let's say you are looking at this and you're trying to affect it. You will affect it minimally here, semi-minimally, and then maximally. So it'll take like, you can affect it a lot here by moving very little, and then you'll affect it very little by moving a lot here. Okay, let's move on. Colors, you guys already know a little bit about. These are the lights. So let's say we color this something like this, right? And then we're gonna light it pink. Okay, and then we set the light to the middle, run it up, and then brighter lights, more specular, different shadow patterns. How many lights are in the scene doesn't really affect it too much, the reflectiveness of things and how the light affects it. This will be the gamma. Let's see what else. This will be how you animate. I will show you how to animate. You are here, you will animate like this. If you click, let's say you like this frame, you will click keyframe. Then for the next frame, you will click where you want it to be. You will click keyframe. And then you will, even if you like, let's say you move, click keyframe, and then sometimes you'll click it a few times to get it to render well, and this is how it kind of looks. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's the basis of animation right there. You want to make sure this one always matches with this one. And there's a loop button for the animation. There is a back button for the render effects here. There's a back button for the params here. It has to be brought from your parameters. So let's say you push this over here. Now it looks like this. It no longer has the pink lighting. Now we're bringing back the pink lighting here. So now this should have the pink lighting. So you bring things in by clicking parameters. Now let's say you move the parameters far and then you lose them. You can bring them back. But let's say you lose them by just moving one. You can reset that single one and the things aren't going to go away. But you have to save it first by sending it into your main viewer here, and then rendering it, and then you can continue to edit and bring it back from that one parameter edit, because you are continuously saving each parameter. And that's kind of the process on how to work in this. There is mutagen. This is pretty cool. You can kind of get it to do different things and skip a lot of steps, but this will always be a little fun tool. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to save, or how to open the save file that I have set for you guys, either in the link or in the download. And see, you just click here to the M3I, and then you go to the file that has the downloads, and then you open it, and there it is. Boom, it's easy. You have the full access to these files. No one is saying anything different. These are all accessible, all shippable. I wouldn't say, make them your own. Have them be something you're proud of,